Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the Sacred Man Experience podcast. I am Imran Muhammad. Here we speak about the journey of manhood through the be strong but also soft, how to lead but also to listen. Today's title of the podcast is The Architecture of the Soul. Imam Al-Ghazali meets modern habits. The war within. We live in a world designed to hijack our focus. For the man living in the West, the business owner, the high earner, every screen, every notification, and every luxury is a bid for your soul. You might feel like you are in control because you manage a team of 50 people, or because your bank balance is healthy. But let me ask you, who is actually driving the ship? Who's the skipper? Is it you, the sacred man? Or is it your nafs, your lower self, your ego, your appetites? Allah, the Lord of the worlds, says in His Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها. And by the soul, He takes the oath, and He who proportioned it and inspired it with discernment of its wickedness and its righteousness. He has succeeded who purifies it, and he has failed who instills it with corruption. Chapter 91, verses 7 to 10. Today we explore the architecture of the soul within this podcast. We are going to look at how to build a fortress of discipline using the tools of modern behavioral science and the timeless spiritual manual of none other than the polymath Imam Al-Ghazali. The dopamine hijack. From a behavioral coaching perspective, what we call lack of discipline is actually a conditioned response. Your brain is wired for efficiency. If you repeatedly check your phone for validation, or turn to food or high stakes deals to escape stress, you create a neural pathway. In NLP, we call this an automatic strategy. You aren't weak. You are just running an old, outdated program. Your nafs is essentially a collection of these programs designed for immediate gratification. To change this, we have to use pattern interrupters. If you want to change your life, you have to change your submodalities, the way you visualize your desires. When you see a temptation, do you see it as big, bright, and close? We need to train your brain to see the consequences of the ego's demands as dark, distant, and small. We use habit stacking, a technique that we use within NLP. You don't just stop a habit, especially a bad habit. You replace it with a resourceful state. We are going to talk about how to neuroprogram your morning routine, inshallah, so that your nafs becomes the servant of your higher purpose, not the master of your day. Riyadatun nafs, the training of the soul. Now, let us listen to the doctor of the heart, none other than Imam Al-Ghazali. In his Ahya, he speaks of Ariyadatun Nafs, the training of the soul. He compares the nafs, which is the self, to a wild horse. If you do not break the horse, tame the horse, it will throw you off and kill you. But in it, it will carry you to your destination. Al-Ghazali's descriptions describes this 3 levels of the soul that every man must recognize. The first one, an-nafsul ammara, soul that commands evil and falsehood. This is the impulsive side that wants what it wants now, and it wants it here. The second self, an-nafsul lawwama, reproaching soul, or the reproaching self. This is the man who sins but feels the sacred guilt. This is a sign of life. And the final one is an-nafsul mutma'inna, the soul at peace. This is our ultimate goal. This is what we desire. So these are the 3 different stages of the self. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Al-mujahidu man jahada nafsahu fi ta'atillahi. The true warrior, the mujahid, that's one who struggles, is the one who strives against his own soul in obedience to his Lord Allah, the Almighty. The sacred man is not a man without desires. No. He is the man who has mastered his desires. Imam Zaid al-Balkhi reminds us that psychological health is impossible if the soul is cluttered with psychological waste. Envy, greed, and lust, we must perform tazkiyah, purification, just like we do with our physical self, just like we clean and cleanse our physical parts. The internal state, may that be of envy, may that be of greed, may that be of lust, we must perform purification to remove that. We must clean the mirror of the heart so the light of Allah can reflect within it. If the mirror is covered in the rust of the dunya, of the world which is around us, that we are exposed to all the time, you will always feel lost. No matter how much you own, you gain, you flash to the world. The soul's blueprint. Brothers, it is time to take the reins. Here is your sacred man protocol for this week, or for this particular day. The nafs, observation. For the next 3 days, don't try to change anything. Just observe. When you feel a sudden urge to buy something, check your phone or snap at your wife. Say, that is my nafs, not me. This creates disassociation. You are now the observer, not the slave. Now you are aware of where the problem is coming from, instead of just always being in a state of self-blame. Let me give you another one, practical way. The pre-dawn mastery. The Holy Prophet, the sacred example himself, may Allah be pleased with him, said, بورك لأمتي في بكورها. Blessing has been placed for my ummah in the early mornings. Wake up 30 minutes before Fajr. This is the time of khalwa, seclusion. If you can control your sleep, you can control your life. Use this time for istighfar, seeking forgiveness, and setting your sacred intent for the day. Number 3, the digital fast. This is a powerful one. Choose 4 hours this week. Just do it. To put your phone in a drawer. Do not touch it. Face the boredom. Face the withdrawal of the ego. In that silence, you will find the sacred voice. And number 4, the Al-Ghazali audit. Every night, ask yourself, did I lead my nafs toward, or did it lead me? Who was in control? Use the swish pattern. Visualize the version of you that gave in. Then rapidly switch it for the version of you that stood firm in his sacred experience. Always changing from the one that had control to take control back. My beloved, this is the practical for you for this week. I pray that you will implement this, inshallah ta'ala. Architecture is not built in a day, and Rome was not built in a day, and neither is the soul. It is a brick by brick process of discipline. Mercy and taqwa. You are the architect. Brother, build a soul that is worthy of being the Khalifa, the agent of Allah on this earth. In the next episode, we're going to look and discuss a unique trial, living in 2 worlds. So our feet, our legs being in 2 different boats or ships. What it means to be a Muslim man in the West, navigating identity, culture, and the sacred center in a land that often feels, many times for all of us, foreign. Until then, master yourself, find your peace, and remember, you are a sacred man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.